Hello there, YouTube. This is Wheelchair21, and today we'll be reviewing SH MonsterArts Godzilla 1954 from Tamashii Nations Bandai, or Bandai Tamashii Nations, whatever you like to choose to use. Anyways, this is the original, iconic Shodai Goji. Yes, it's amazing. We've been pretty much going long for, 62 years, and Godzilla just doesn't want to die. Basic Tamashii brands. MonsterArts box, wonderful. You can see that the figure and its, optional prototype, or I should say official product images, show that it can pretty much mimic and recreate any stance that the original suit could do. Honestly, just a wonderful display piece to have, whether mint in box or open. Once removing MonsterArts Godzilla 1954 from your box, you can see that it is immediately very screen accurate to the original suits. Yes, I said suits due to the fact that there were two, suits made. One that was eventually cut in half to just shoot the lower abdomen areas, and one that was more looser, more able to be used by stunt actors, and be able to just do a lot more of the far-away panning scenes of Godzilla over the skyline, as well as some of the pool scenes. So, I feel like both those suits have been best captured and put into the design of this, figurine. Due to the fact that the tail is very, very articulated, but most MonsterArts are, as well as incorporates the original's pointed tail, as well as wide range of articulation to the hips. The hips are probably some of the loosest I've ever seen in a MonsterArt. Mine are so dang loose that sometimes he just likes to start spreading his legs as if he's either trying to take a poop or as if he's trying to sit down. It also has on the left foot the Toho Bandai copyright, saying it's been made in China and copyright is 2016, yada yada yada, so on and so forth. I do gotta say the texture of the skin is very good. It really helps to incorporate that it's, a giant radioactive dinosaur or lizard hidden with radiation, to have also the radiation fallout and sickness that people had gotten from the H-bombs, or I should say regular atomic bombs. I do like the fact that the arms are quite articulate, because as you can see in the original film, even though he wasn't supposed to move his arms that much, he actually did quite a bit, and not many people tend to notice that. As well as, like the original suit, it is able to bend all the way forward to make it look like he's able to look straight down, especially like when he picked up the train cars, and as well as his dorsal plates are very unique and very different compared to later incarnations, where they seem to be more streamlined. His are very unique, as well as a lot of the more Millennium designs. The head is probably one of the best head and neck features we've ever had for MonsterArts, aside from 64 and I recall GMKs, because honestly a lot of the other ones had a lot tighter necks and not a wide range to accurately get his head to be upright or to even have very good articulation. And one thing that is iconic to the original 54 suit is his ears, as well as his weird, creepy, and yet disturbing eyes. Like, really, man? His eyes are some of the most creepiest ones in the entire franchise because they look so realistic and so humane. It's like just something monstrous. I would not want to be like looking out my window and seeing that looking at me through a skyscraper. That thing is just menacing. God damn. But overall, I feel like this Godzilla is great, aside from the fact that, like I say, the hips are loose and it doesn't have an accessory like its thermonuclear blast effect. But you can probably just take 64s and use that, due to the fact that the original beam effects didn't look that good in the first place compared to the Heisei era to now. It's evaluation time, and for my final evaluation, one would have to be a freaking stupid idiot if they don't have SH MonsterArts Godzilla 1954 in their collection. Only due to the fact that, one, it is the Godzilla that started it all. Without this, there'd be nothing. And for me, specifically, the reason I had to get it was because I grew up watching the original 54 and its American adaptation, Godzilla King of the Monsters, starring Raymond Burr, on TNT and AMC. And whenever it's still on, say, Turner Classic Movies or El Rey, I always try to make time to watch it, even with its commercial breaks. Just because when a Godzilla movie's on TV, you shouldn't pass up the opportunity, even if it is spammed by El Rey. Sorry to knock you, El Rey, but you spam the movies a little too much, but I still love you for it. So, having a very well-articulated collector's piece is amazing. I'm glad that we have something that isn't a damn statue, or isn't a lackluster version of it. Sorry, NECA. I do love the NECA figures because they're more playable, but they're not 100% like accurate. They're not super detailed. They're not that bang for your buck, but they're still worth it, so I won't really knock them. But this here is completely worth it. You can find this on several online retailers, as well as probably hobby shops across the world and nationwide. Honestly, for me, I would eventually get it if they somehow retool it to be the 55 suit, just due to the fact that the original Showa movies, their suits, while being very campy and the originals and probably not something a lot of people love, are still something from my childhood and something that I find very just good about Tokusatsu, due to the fact that they're so unique for what they were and it eventually transpired to. Now, I will say this is probably my favorite monster art thus far, until I actually have in hand GMK, or this bad boy's incarnation, yes, Shin Gojira, later this fall/winter. So, nevertheless, you can see more Monster Arts, more Tamashii Nation products here on my YouTube channel, so I insist that you should subscribe to me so you can have further updates. Check me out at Hirotaku. Check me out at Hero Club. Follow me on Twitter and over on Instagram. Anyways, you will most likely see a redux of this review sometime later this week or next week called the Showa Edition. So until then, I will see you all next time.